Hi, this is Keith with How to Build Your Own Home, and I want to give a market update for 2024, and it's going to be a very different market update, very probing and kind of risky to kind of mention some of the things I need to mention. But it's my responsibility as a builder with my clients to know the economy, to know the price of materials, commodities, especially the price of oil, and a lot of the things, because I've been stuck. I've been caught in the web of the market's ups and downs. And if you're really not paying attention as to what's going on, you can get stuck, and you can be either upside down in a home, or you can be overpriced or over budget, under budget, a lot of those things. But what I want to emphasize on are some of the things that are happening now in the market in which I'm working, and in a lot of markets. Labor is going to be down, or it's going to be flatline. Labor is not going to increase. And I can say that with confidence because I see it happening over and over again. This is, again, not financial advice as to where to put your money. I'm just telling you what I see based upon my experience. But labor is not going to go up. In fact, right now, a lot of subcontractors are maybe a week out. A year ago, a year and a half ago, they were months out, 5 weeks out, 3 weeks out, and they were far out on being able to get to you on your job site. Now that the economy shifted quite a bit, and it's not going to get what we think better, it's going to get a little bit more challenging. So labor is going to be, you're going to get the cream of the crop. And a lot of people tend to not build during downtimes because, of course, there's a downtime. And why do I not do that? The market's terrible and whatnot. But you can get better quality labor now because the best labor rises to the top, and those that weren't really doing a great job or were undercutting their costs during better times, they can't compete. And it's a natural filtering process. I've seen framers and concrete people leave markets to go to other markets to try to get work. So you're going to start to see that in 2024. As far as material prices, because building has now slumped, there's not as much new permitting going on. There's not as much demand for the products and materials and that kind of stuff. Now you're following into market demands. If there's more people demanding for something, then the price can go up. If there's less demand, then the price can either flatline or go down. So I basically see material costs, not all material costs, but some material costs, either flatlining or staying flat or going down just slightly. If oil prices go down, the price per barrel for oil, if that goes down, that's going to affect the prices of materials also. And what's happening? Oil is also going down. And I don't see that going up, which is surprising because we have conflict and war and stuff like that in the Middle East and other areas of the world, and you would think that oil would go up, but it's not. It's actually going down. How long? I don't know. But that's something you want to watch out for, okay? Here's something I want to give you that I ran across. I can't go into the details of this book, but I highly, highly recommend you purchase this book here. You can only get it on lulu.com. The author of this book did not publish it with a publishing house. It was a vanity press. This is a real insider's understanding as to what's happening. Now, I will put a link in the description below. You can actually go to the website for this book, thegreattaking.com, and you can actually download this book for free. It's a free PDF. It's a little bit heavy reading, but it's in a narrative format, and it's not that thick. It's a pretty thin book. I highly recommend you read this book for one particular reason. We are facing the potential of a deflationary problem when it comes to real estate, all right? If you study the 1929 market crash, during the 20s, early 1920s, it was called the Roaring 20s. There was lots of money, people were making money, a lot of liquidity in the market, a lot of cash in the market. So people were able to just do what they wanted to do. Well, they eventually faced something called the velocity of money. Money started to slowly not pass between people. And velocity of money is the most important thing. It's more important than oil. It's more important than just about anything because it really tells you where the market is going. And let me explain how that works. If I have $10 and somebody has a 2x4 and I buy one or two 2x4s from them, and they take that $10 and they buy some nails or they buy something else and They move that velocity of money. And when the velocity of money speeds up and people are changing money and buying and selling and doing all kinds of stuff, that's a healthy market or a healthy economy, or what you call a robust or prosperous market, okay? Well, the velocity of money prior to the 1920s crash started to collapse, started to go down. People were holding back, but they weren't, oh, I don't want to buy that. I don't want to give you $10 for that. Because I don't give my $10 for the 1 or 2 2x4s, that person doesn't have money for nails and that person doesn't have money for whatever. And it slows down the economy. And when that happens, there's less support. There's less economic support for everybody's needs. And when there's less support, that means less demand. That means the value of everything, a lot of things, starts to crash. This guy talks about a deflationary problem that we're facing, and you need to read this book and download it. There's also a documentary coming, and you can watch the prelim of the documentary that's going to come out, I think, next year sometime. But you can read the book, and I highly recommend it. So 2004 is a great year. In some respects, it's not a great year in other respects. You need to weigh all that. You need to look at what's really going on. You have to get a 5,000-foot level approach, and you have to see where the global economy is going and also your local economy. Local economy, better on labor, maybe better on commodities and material prices, but globally, there's going to be a deflationary problem that we're going to be facing. That's really contrary to what a lot of people are saying, which is why you need to read the book. Read the book, The Great Taking. This is Keith Couch with a market update for 2024 with How to Build Your Home.